Stand down. Come on. Sit your ass down. Come on. You think there's anybody around here that's gonna fall for that anymore? I said stand down. You've been tricked into tricking me. How can you trick me? Come on. You're just a little guard dog. I said stand down. You're already on a leash. Tone it down. Just relax. Tranquilo. You're hungry, I get it. You're really, really hungry, and I would come closer to perhaps give you a bone, but you'd probably bite my hand off. You've been tricked. And because you're a dog, you're not all the time, and you're not sophisticated, you have a canine brain. You think you know the truth. Well, you're really on a leash, aren't you, Mr. Dog? Really on a leash, and it's not a good thing. They keep you hungry. They don't pet you. You're always wanting water. And you've got no toys. I do understand. I get it. There's a place where you and I meet. And it's because I'm an empathic person and I can just sense that there's a lot more to you than just being a dog. That there's like a soul in there, maybe a human soul. I think it's a human soul. I can see in your eyes that you're not just a canine soul who's going about doghood for the first time. Now, I don't know why you got stuck in a dog's body. But here you are, guarding this mess as if it were a palace. And there's no use, my doggy friend. There is absolutely no use in showing me those fangs. Because I know your story, the backstory. And I know that you have been abused. And I can see all the dogs. The whole perimeter covered with dogs, chained to a fence. All of them hungry. All of them thirsty. All of them miserable. All of them probably human beings in some form. I'm here, looking at this compound, wondering to myself, how can I make all of you doggies happy again? You don't need to be that way. You're so tense inside. Man, come on, you're tense. You're tense. You gotta relax all that doggy tension. Right? Just chill. Start wagging your tails. Start salivating everywhere. Yelp with delight. Now, I know, on some level, you have no idea why you're guarding this compound. Yeah, I know you have no idea, but I actually know that you know. How do I know that? How do I know? Because you're miserable. You and your pack here. You're all miserable. Because even though your souls are human, which I can clearly see, you did not consent to being born, or I suppose you weren't even born in a dog's body. You were engineered to inhabit a dog's body like a prison, a shell, by the people in the compound behind you. And of course, they're up to their trickery, and you don't understand it enough to break free. That's right. I enjoy this one little foot between us, and you're barking at me over and over and over again, but it's not going to do you any good, because you're not really angry at me. No. And neither are you or you. None of you are angry at me, even though you're barking at me incessantly. You're not all that. Come on, Mr. Dog. You know why you're unhappy. Because part of you knows that you're still a human in there. And you don't know how you got there. Well, I'm going to tell you how you got there. The people in that compound, who aren't really people in the normal sense of the word people, are doing some pretty evil things. One of the evil things they're doing is actually imprisoning human souls in animals, so that the animals are smarter and more receptive to human commands. And yet they're still animals. Do you see that? Because what's happened with society at large, back in the cities, across the landscape of the Western world, is that humans have become, well, males especially, have become progressively neutered, castrated. So there are no men out there, because men are dangerous. So the chaps back here in the compound behind this barbed wire fence, oh, they're creating really masculine dogs that can be totally controlled. They've got enough human in them to understand and be intelligent, more intelligent than dogs, typically. But they're still dogs. And meanwhile, they've engineered wolf viciousness back in. So now you're basically the men that are gone. How do you like that, boys? Men, excuse me? Go ahead. Come on, show me those fangs. No. because you're part human and part dog, and you work for the cabal, why don't you talk to me? I know you understand what I'm saying, Mr. Dog. I know you can hear. I know you can comprehend. The human inside you is waiting to leap out, and instead you just bark, 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 bark. Talk to me. Tell me what it's like to be engineered. You know those ancient dogs of Egypt weren't dogs. What was it? Anubis? No. Artificial intelligence created those to be the watchmen. Do you know how I plan on setting you and your brothers free? I'm just gonna talk to you. And once you get it, they'll get it, because you're a pack. And once they get it, they're gonna let me cut those chains, holding them to the fence. And once they get it, they're not going to attack me. They're going to thank me. Maybe even speak English at that point. And then we're going to go into the compound and have a little talk with the people who have engineered all of you, or the things that have engineered all of you. Because just as you are hybrid, those things in there, they're hybrids. Human, animal, artificial intelligence, aliens, and whatever else we don't even know. Those things in there wiped out masculinity. Found the genes for masculinity, which is really penetrative hunter-killer instinct and agency, and wiped them out. Now we have an ocean of ineffective androgynous beings out there, formerly called Homo sapiens sapiens. Nothing now but a sea of androgyny, capable of nothing but slave labor, capable of nothing but appetitive hedonism, capable of nothing but whatever they're told to do. See, my friends, you're so vicious. But I know it's because you've been tortured. There's nothing truly indigenously vicious about you. You just want to get out of that dog body of yours, don't you? I do. Yes. See? I know I could talk to you. I don't think I'm a dog whisperer, but I certainly am a human whisperer. You know that you're trapped in there. Yes. Do you understand that you are the first line of offense? Everything behind me is gone. Dead. Castrated. Emasculated. Neutered. There's no real human soul back there anymore. It's been engineered into non-existence, into nescience. And everything behind you here is inexplicably evil. So even though you think you're cursed, you and your canine brethren, they made a mistake. Because you are human enough to hear me now. And you're human enough to know that you were tricked. See, they're creating all sorts of hybrids that they can control, to act as minions and underlings to carry out their agenda. And so, when we're ready, I'm going to put my hands on your skull, on the sides, on the cheeks, and just gently go up to your head. Say a few prayers when you're ready. How can I trust you? If you couldn't trust me, you wouldn't hear me. No one else that I know of is going to come up and address these vicious hellhounds of Hades. Each of you is Cerberus, the most vicious, genetically engineered animal on the planet. How many of you have ever seen anyone like me? See, you're so vicious that you're not going crazy. All you can think about is killing me and eating me. But that's the human part that's calming you down. And there's the wolf part who wants to do nothing but tear me apart. Why would I be standing in front of you if you couldn't trust me? I trust you. No shame, no trust. Yes. True. Because you're not fully human. I can't trust the wolf. I can't trust the wolf, boys. I can trust the human. You'll be free in no time. I'm working with your pack leader here. Once he listens to me and understands me, trusts me, you'll all be free. Let me tell you something, Alpha Wolf. Even though your mind is simplistic and primitive, I've tried to convey to you what has been lost. For years I hid underground with a secret army, and we tried to figure out how to turn this around. We knew that 99% of the human population, what's left of it, had become completely feckless and completely blind. That there was no hope in trying to rouse their spirits and have them charge the compound. They're done. They're just protoplasm in human form. There's nothing much more. So we brainstormed, not many of us, just a few thousand, how we would regain humanity, because we were the only ones that actually understood what was lost. You, Mr. Dog, do not understand what was lost until you understand what I'm saying. For decades, maybe more, human beings were cajoled, and they were essentially convinced that the easiest route was the best route. The most convenient route was the best route. And what that did is it destroyed stamina in human beings. It destroyed endurance, destroyed grit, it destroyed strength, it destroyed excellence. It destroyed perseverance, destroyed responsibility, destroyed honor, it destroyed duty. Everything just became flaccid because everything was about pleasure and the avoidance of pain, the avoidance of excellence and the avoidance of virtue, the avoidance of truth. And then the mind, the brain itself, was just engineered so that it became relatively smooth instead of very, very convoluted. As you may know, Mr. Canine, the more convolutions, the higher the intelligence. So what I call them now, and what the Army calls them, is smooth brains. Millions of smooth brains out there. The top of their brain, the gray matter, is just as smooth as a baby's butt. You, in fact, might have more convolutions than they. So this talk right now with the Hellhound Whisperer is about creating more convolutions in the canine brain by talking to your human soul. We have to turn the tide. This is the last chance we will ever have. And if you want to escape your prison as a dog, then you have to listen to me carefully. Listen to me. We're going to go into your soul. Listen to me. You have to understand that reality can be better, it can be true, it can be beautiful, it can be good. Chill out. Listen to me. You have no faith. You believe in nothing. But those are mental programs. Mental programs in your mind that are governing you. You don't believe in anything but barking at people and salivating and striking fear into the hearts of anybody who approaches this fence. But you have no friends. These other dogs are not your friends. These other dogs think of nothing but biting people. And yet I can see the human in every single one of them. Yes, I can. What's this dog's name, I wonder? Fido? Hey, Fido. Old Fido over here, listening to me. Not understanding a word I'm saying, but of course resonating with everything I'm saying. His brain is a little bit too canine. It's not as canine as your brain, which is why I chose you. You're clearly the leader of these thousands of dogs. So let me tell you something. You must understand freedom. Understand freedom. When you understand freedom, I will cut these chains. And we will cut all of these chains. And we will storm the compound together. What you're afraid of is life without the chain. You don't know what you would do. You're so angry. At everything, all the time, you're angry. Man up. Get control. There's no point in living in life as angry as you are living it. There's no freedom in being an angry dog. That's right. How long what? How long do I have to stay here? Until you wake up. Until you value your freedom. Because right now you cannot see anything. Do you care about your brothers here? Who are stupider than you, but have enough human in them to long for something more? Do you care about them? Do you care about anyone? Cerberus. Let me see your 3 heads. Cerberus. Stay focused. Let me see them all. Look at me. Look at me. Cerberus. What you're protecting is the end of everything good on this planet. Look at what they've done to you, Cerberus. Look at what they created. It can't be this way forever. Guarding the gates of hell. If you walk away with me, then you will be free. And then we will free them all. And we will put an end to this hell on earth. I am the only person you're ever going to be able to trust. Cerberus. The only one. Every other human being that's not one of the smooth brains is terrified of you. All these other dogs are under your command. There's only one human being that can save you. If you trust him as he trusts you. I see your 3 heads. I will free them all. I will risk being bitten and mauled. I will risk dying. Because there is no more true life on this planet worth living for unless we do this together. They created you to be their line of defense. I'm emancipating you so that you can be humans' line of offense. Do it. Do it. Do you trust me, Cerberus? No. Relax, Cerberus. How did you do that? How did you do that? Well, I just know there's a human soul in there. I can see it in your eyes. It's just a matter of the human soul overpowering the canine brain. See, the evildoers, they'll try to change everything from the bottom up. All I had to do was just put my hands on you and transform you from the top down. That's it. I haven't figured out everything, because there is no miracles in that compound. They try to extinguish the miracle. And they do, for the smooth brain. But for you, there's still a miracle inside you. And that is the human soul. Let me go. I'm gonna let you go. But before I let you go, you need to promise me that you will keep your word. And that you will liberate all the other humans caught in these dogs. And then you will storm the compound and free every being therein. And then, when you've cornered the most evil of them all, I need you to send someone to come and get me, so I can have a face-to-face. With the being who started all of this thousands of years ago.